Well, after an off day on Monday, the Nebraska football team returned to work here on Tuesday as it was their 10th practice of fall camp. And we started off talking to defensive coordinator Eric Shenander, just kind of where this defense is at after 10.
I mean, so far it's been a pretty flowing depth chart, if you will. We've just been kind of giving guys reps with the ones, the twos, and the threes, whether they deserved them or not, just to kind of see. And that was kind of the first time we're making the evaluation saying, hey, now we kind of know where he belongs. We also got to see, you know, some of those guys, if they're going with the twos, they're going against the two, and maybe they look better. Yesterday was kind of a day where we got to see who we thought were the ones go against the ones and see if they really should be there. So I think it was very important for us.
As you look at this defense for Nebraska this August, there have been a lot of new faces added over the last few months, and one of those has been UCF graduate transfer Tre Neal, who continues to battle to win a starting job.
I came here to, do whatever I can to make this team better, whether that's on, special teams, defense, wherever they need me. I'm here to help. They did something great when we were at UCF, so, I felt like that if I could make this move, I could help them build back this program up too.
And I love coaching the kid. I love coaching all those boys back at UCF. But I don't get tied into, trying to get guys to transfer and stuff like that. I think that Tre can definitely come in and help us out, and I think that if he was at UCF, he definitely can help those guys out.
Another new face on this football team that joined the Huskers in the winter was linebacker Breon Dixon, who came from Ole Miss, and he found out he was immediately eligible in May and does not have to sit out this year.
Yeah, of course, you always got that little, question mark in the back of your head when you're not eligible, or you just feel like, you may just be out there to be out there. But, of course, I was still going hard as I could. Coach DeWitt sent me, my first message. I was back home. He was like, just want to let you know before we put it out. NCAA just hit me up, they said, you're eligible, congratulations, we're excited for you. We're going to move ahead, so that's what we did, and, I'm just ready to see what the season holds. I'm just ready to get there.
This August, you've also had a lot of veteran players coming off injuries, and one of those was linebacker Gifford, who missed the final 7 games of the 2017 season with a hip injury, but he's come back strong here in August.
Yeah, those first few days took me a little bit. Felt just balance-wise and stuff like that, and getting back into football moves. You can do all the summer conditioning you want, but it's still not the same as being out there playing. And but I finally feel like I'm getting back to where I was, and now I just got to focus on taking my game to that next level that I want to be at. So.
As for the inside linebacker spot for Nebraska, Barrett Roode said he's still sorting out kind of what direction he wants to go.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. But, I'm not ready to set it by any means yet because it's too close to call it now. But there's definitely guys showing me who's going to be able to play on Saturday. And I'm hoping to play more than just 2 guys a whole game. I need to. So.
However, it is pretty well established who those top 3 linebackers are in Dedrick Young, Will Honus, and Mohamed Berry. After that, a couple of guys are battling for that spot.
Colin Miller, he's done a nice job, considering he's been a little bit behind just because he's moved positions. Played mostly outside backer in the spring, mostly inside backer in the summer. And he's getting better every single day. So he's really done a nice job. Jake Weinmeister's, he's exactly what I'm hoping for from him. He's done a really good camp. Avery's improved, still got some work to do. So there's, starting to separate themselves a little bit, but that's still to be determined.
And finally, over the weekend, head coach Scott Frost had former Blackshirts and All-Americans Jason Peter and Grant Wistrom address the team. It was a pretty cool moment for a lot of the guys.
Definitely. We were really inspired by them. Having Blackshirts, true Blackshirts that went through the process, went through the training, know exactly what it means to be a black shirt. Having them talk to us about the things that we have to do to be where we want to be and to acquire our dreams, it's really inspirational.
I've said before, I think the Blackshirts is the greatest tradition in all of college football, and it's not mine. It's Coach McBride started it, and those guys built it and are ushering it into the new generation. So I think it's important for us to embrace the past a little bit. The other thing was when Grant and Jason, like they so eloquently stated, when they were here, the bar was set pretty high already. They knew how to operate, and I think it's not quite like that right now. And I want those guys to get a taste of what that standard is, what the bar is supposed to be, how you're supposed to act when you're a black shirt. Because I don't think the level of the upperclassmen and those type of things has been here the last few years. So I think it's important to get guys that were there when they were operating at the highest level to kind of, verbalize it to our guys.
The Huskers are scheduled to return to work here on Wednesday for fall camp practice number 11. With the Huskers in Lincoln, I'm Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com.